remember looking, what the hell is going on here? I felt like so intimidated. I was like, what am I doing here? Like, you know, I'm going to get absolutely embarrassed. And I got into it. You can watch it on YouTube, but I was like leading the race. Me and him were going back and forth. Like everyone else was miles behind, and we got to the burpees, and the judge stopped me from like starting the burpees. And I was like, well, I was like, what the hell's going on here? What are you doing? What are you doing? And he was speaking Spanish because it was a Spanish judge. And I was like looking around, and there was like on YouTube, like, what's going on here, lads? What are you doing? And your man was gaining the lead. And then he was like, pardon, pardon. And then he let me go. And I was like turning around, what the hell was that about? So I kept going. But my form when I was on the burpees, I was trying to gain a bit of time, got to losing about 30 seconds, you know? And it probably went out the window, and people were kind of criticizing my burp. Now I will admit my burpees in Madrid weren't good. I was trying to gain a little bit of time because I lost it. And then I got to the wall balls, and I opened up a 90-second lead going into the wall balls. And I'll never forget it. They had a head judge, your man, the cameraman on YouTube. They had the race director, and then they had a counter, like counting my wall balls. So I went in and I started doing my wall balls, and there was actually a crowd of Irish people behind me because they were like, "Oh, there's an Irish lad doing well in this event." And I did about, I can't remember, 40, I think it was, near 40 or 50, I can't remember, about 40. And I turned around to get the count, and she showed me 18. I said, "You taking the piss? You taking the piss?" They're like 18, and then because the race director said no repping for depth, and I think she took that literal, and she just literally wasn't repping me. So I was like, "Oh crap!" Because your man came in now from the UK, Adam, and he's really good at wall balls, and I knew he was going to beat me if it was a wall ball, like, you know, competition. So I said, right, you're gonna have to try get 20 quicker. So I said, right, 20, perfect form. Let's see what happens. Turn around, and they counted 5. And I was like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? And the Spanish lad came in who I had about 3 minute lead on this fella. He came in at this stage, and then I was like panicking, and I won't tell you what I said. I was cursing and going mad, and took off my race chip and threw it. I was really bad. Like I got disqualified. But yeah, that was Madrid. That was it. Yeah, I think they had me down. Yeah, they had me down as officially, like, I was fourth, and then they scraped it because I got disqualified because I crossed the line. They were telling me you can't cross the line, and I was like, I have to get out. There's no way of getting out unless I cross the line, you know. So yeah, that was a bad race. But that was about 3 months before London, and I was thinking I'm not going to do one of these races again because I got messed over.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, let's really focus now for London.
We probably can't talk much about it because you're at the start of your career, and obviously you don't shit on the place you're operating.
Yeah.
But what would the comments say on the YouTube live about?
Oh, there was a few people going back and forth, and they were like, "Oh, his form wasn't good here." Like a few people were slagging me, you know. They were like, and that really motivated me because I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, all right, my form wasn't great in the burpees, but you have to understand I was winning the events. Like there's no judging up until the burpee point because you're just doing sleds, ski, and running. So I was winning up until that point. So you're kind of taking the piss out of me, but you're not understanding that I'm actually in the lead here in a you know, a big event. So
what was
I knew it was just a matter of going back.
What was the explanation for the first stop? Why did he stop
I asked. Tom watched the race back as well, and he thinks that they thought it was in the doubles, which makes no sense because they were going around live on YouTube, the 2 leaders, which was me and Adam, and yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, yeah,
wow.
That's Madrid.